I'm here to talk a bit about the expat journey. So the experience of a creative expat in Sofia. I'm Polish, here living for more than 10 years. And my road was actually quite a mess. And so we'll be going through, for Bulgarian speakers, a bit of a burkoch of what I have been going through, but the focus that I want to get here is the creative communities. So everything started from this community, that's scouting in Poland. So this is where I actually got a bit of a can-do attitude. And getting into Bulgaria, for the first time, I noticed that there is a lot of open space and there are also open people. So there is a lot of area to actually be realizing the projects, the initiatives, the ideas, and be a bit closer to the clouds and dreams that can sometimes get into the valleys. I started looking for my tribe. That's the first thing that usually the expats do. So starting from the scouting, that's like a go-to solution. I had it in Poland. I will do it here in Bulgaria. So I tried to help in a couple of camps. And then the next one was organizing a couple of hitchhiking competitions from Netherlands to Plovdiv. It was a part of the Plovdiv Capital of Culture initiative back in the days, so to promote the beautiful country. So we brought a lot of people from Netherlands here promoting the country, and finding my community within the improvisational theater in English. So just with those, I want to actually emphasize how important it is for the expats to be able to assimilate, to point them to those creative communities that can be actually first be friendly enough, language friendly enough, not friendly in the other sense, but being able to communicate. This grew with starting with Giuseppe here, the back of his head, the foreigners in Sofia and Friends. I don't know if you know the group. So we started 12 years ago from picnics and like being a small creative tribe until now it grew into 60,000 members, I think, in Facebook, and it sprouted out into Open Sofia Foundation, and more things happened in the meantime. Here also I tried to participate in the Project Management Institute community. Here is Levent also. But the business side of doing agile transformations and more radical project management wasn't radical enough for me. So this is where I actually went into starting poetry writing workshops with embracing the chaos instead of agility. So on those workshops, we're drawing cards, we're throwing dice, working with different associations and word games, word plays. Everything in the spirit of game and sort of a creativity lab to actually explore all the ridiculous connections that we can make between different words. Then at some point we started working also with the Svetofar, which is like a poetry publishing house for the debuting poets. For now, I think mostly in Bulgarian, but if you have some poems in Bulgarian, you can actually submit. Going into very different spaces, sometimes making the poetry events in galleries to get inspired by the paintings, crossing a bit the arts of visual and verbal, trying to contribute to the artistic community by starting a couple of bands in the meantime, and also trying to apply my project management knowledge to actually how to organize the artists in a way that it actually is sustainable. Because what I hear all around is you cannot make living from art, you cannot make living being a musician. My private ambition is to prove that wrong, and of course we know a couple of bands and artists that make it, definitely, but I want to bridge that gap and try to help the little ones to actually step forward. That's my final step of assimilation, of playing in a Bulgarian fusion folk band. And the next step in the radical experimentation is collaboration with the Silent Lab and the Theater of Senses, where I started organizing sort of silent playground. So we're gathering in a place where a spoken word hasn't been spoken for the 5 past years. So the silence is accumulating in there. And with different modes of expression, like paints, toys, writing supplies, we're exploring what happens in the silence when we actually take all the verbal communication out of the equation. We bring some strangers to the shared space, and what will happen individually or in collaboration, and exploring this kind of space. So there is a space for people to work individually. There is a space to draw in a collaboration. And last year I started as a mentor in the Mentor the Young, where I met Tony. So we started the NGO Creatosphere, which is focused on the education through art and free expression. So here we have the workshop on the nonviolent communication and empathetic emotional expression. We started working, doing a couple of workshops on Create Your Workshop, so facilitating the community of the trainers and facilitators here in Sofia. That's another shot from this one. And that's the latest workshop that actually took place today with visual and video storytelling. And we're looking forward to make more of those events and bring this open space that is here in Bulgaria and open people to form little creative tribes, to be settled in the spaces that we're actually talking about. So those physical spaces to be populated by those small little creative tribes. Thank you very much.